The Xiaomi has launched a lot of smartphone in the previous year, and must say all the smartphones are worth for the price as well. Well, talking about the under 200, Xiaomi has a huge list of the smartphones such as Note 4, Note 4X, Xiaomi 4X, 4A and so on. But talking about the best one, we think Xiaomi Mi A1 is the best smartphone under 200 so far. The 5.5-inch display comes with full HD quality. Mi A1 runs on the Snapdragon 625 chipset with octa-core processor and offers the 2 GHz clock speed. The Mi A1 has beaten the Antutu benchmark score of the overpriced smartphone. The octa-core processor has enough power to run all the apps and games available in the Play Store without any lagging. The 4 GB RAM performs the multitasking very smooth, and 32 GB RAM stores all the personal data. In case you need more space, then it can be expandable with TF card up to 128 GB. The Mi A1 is featured with the 2 megapixels and 12 megapixels dual rear cameras and 5 megapixels front camera. This time must say that dual rear camera of Xiaomi offers a far better portrait picture from other in the same price range. The 3080 mAh battery provides enough backup to run it for a long day. Well, if you are looking for a bezel-less smartphone, then Umidigi S2 is the best you can get under 200. The Umidigi S2 has the 6 inches display. The Umidigi S2 is running on a Helio P20 octa-core processor with 2.3 GHz clock speed, which provides the smartphone to run seamlessly and perform all the job without any lagging. The 4 GB RAM can easily run any game and app without any fluctuation. To keep your data, 64 GB of internal space is there, which can be expanded with TF card up to 256 GB. The S2 is featured with a 5 megapixels front camera and 13 megapixels and 5 megapixels rear camera with AF and flashlight. Both the front and rear camera embedded with a lot of sensors and have features like face detection, beauty mode and many more. The best part of the S2 is the battery. The Umidigi S2 is running with the 5100 mAh battery, which provides the huge backup and lets you run it for a long time. It also supports the fast charging as well. So, if you're bored with the old Xiaomi phone, then Umidigi S2 is the best smartphone under 200 budget. Maize Alpha is the first smartphone by the Maize smartphone company, and must say that the design and build quality of this smartphone is super high. The front and back side of the smartphone have the shining glass, which makes attractive. The display is protected by the Gorilla Glass 4, which makes it scratch resistant also. The MediaTek 6757 octa-core processor comes with the 2.5 GHz of clock speed, and 4 GB RAM provides the super flawless performance. The 64 GB of internal storage is enough to store all of your data, and you can expand it with an external memory card up to 256 GB. Despite this is the first smartphone Maize, the company is offering all the top-notch hardware in it. The dual rear camera of the smartphone captures the amazing pictures, and you can also use the portrait mode as well. The 5 megapixels front camera also has the nice picture quality. There is one screen flash function, so you can get bright pictures in low light. The 4000 mAh battery doesn't support the fast charging, so you have to take care of that. Talking about the bezel-less smartphone, then how you can forget the Oukitel Mix 2. The Oukitel Mix 2 featured with the 5.99 inches display. The Mix 2 has the bezel-less display with curved from the sides as well. The display provides the content in full HD quality. The Mi 2 is running on the MediaTek 6757V octa-core process, which is the same in Vernee Mix 2 as well. The Vernee Mix offers the 2.5 GHz, but Oukitel Mix 2 offers the 2.3 GHz of clock speed, which quite similar and won't affect much. You won't feel any lagging while doing multitasking. With a 6 GB RAM and 64 GB ROM, you can run and store as many apps and data you can. The internal memory can be expanded up to 256 GB TF card. The 8 megapixels front camera and 16 megapixels 0.3 megapixels dual rear camera will let you capture the amazing picture. With the help of the dual rear camera you can capture more area any other ordinary smartphone, and be watching them on the full screen will be great. The 4080 mAh non-removable battery provides enough backup to keep this device running for a long day. It also supports the fast charging, so in case if you in a hurry then it can charge up to 60% in 20 minutes. Ulefone Mix is another bezel-less smartphone with premium build quality. The tri-bezel-less display provides the impressive and attractive look to the phone. The Ulefone Mix is the handiest bezel-less smartphone so far because of the 5.5-inch display. It feels more compact and easy to handle with one hand as well. The bezel-less display needs a protection as well, so here you are getting the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on screen. The MediaTek 6750T octa-core processor runs this smartphone but not fast as others. The 1.5 GHz of clock speed is less as compared to others' smartphone in this budget. But still, it can run all your needing apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, and games as well. To do so, 4 GB RAM and 64 GB RAM provides the backup. The dual rear camera of this phone is really working great. The 13 megapixels 5 megapixels with AF provides the great picture quality and capture the amazing shots. The 8 megapixels front camera also does a decent job when it comes to taking selfies. The 3300 mAh battery is enough to run Mix for a complete day if it is fully charged. Vernee Mars Pro, the design and build quality of this smartphone is way more ahead than any other smartphone in this budget. The phone is made of full metal body and 5.5-inch screen is protected with the Gorilla Glass. The one thing is interesting about the Mars is the fingerprint sensor. Unlike other handsets, it is not located on the front or back, it is on the right side where the lock and volume rocker buttons are placed. To make your performance better flow, it is embedded with the Helio P25 octa-core processor which provides the 2.5 GHz clock speed. To perform better in gaming it also has the GPU unit. The 6 GB of massive RAM can all the games and apps so far available on the Play Store, and also 64 GB RAM will let you store all the images, videos, and documents as well. The storage can be expandable up to 256 GB with the external memory card. Mars Pro doesn't have the dual rear camera, but the 13 megapixels rear camera still capture the splendid shots. The AF lights will also help you to capture the shots in low light. For the selfie lover, the 5 megapixels front camera is available for them. The 3500 mAh battery does support the fast charging. It can charge up to 80% in 20 minutes of charging and keep the device on for 24 hours. Vernee is one of the most reputed smartphones manufacturers from China. If you like the design of the Xiaomi Mix but afraid to spend that much of amount, then here Vernee Mix 2 is for you. Under the 200, this is one of the best bezel-less smartphones so far. The 6.0-inch display is almost bezel-less from the three sides. The Vernee Mix 2 is running on the MediaTek 657CD octa-core processor with 2.5 GHz clock speed. If you use a lot of apps and play games on the smartphone, then Mix 2 will not disappoint you. The 6 GB RAM massive RAM can easily run any game you wish for, and 64 GB RAM can store all photos, videos, document, other files you want. Due to octa-core processor and 6 GB RAM, it performs seamlessly. The 8 megapixels front camera and 13 megapixels 5 megapixels rear camera capture the amazing shots of your life. The picture and video quality of the camera are very smooth and refined. The camera is featured with features like beauty mode, panorama mode, face detection as well. The 4200 mAh battery provides enough backup to run the whole day, and also it supports the fast charging as well. If you are looking for a bezel-less smartphone under 200, then this is the best you can get. As you all know that Xiaomi has a huge list of the smartphone in mid-segment, and they all are the best in some way. So that keeping the Xiaomi Note 4X is another nice and decent smartphone under 200. The Note 4X comes with two variants as 4 GB RAM and 3 GB RAM. Apart from the memory, both the phone have not any difference. The 5.5-inch Full HD screen is not bezel-less like other, but offers a great pixel quality. The Note 4X is running on the Snapdragon 625 octa-core processor with 2.0 GHz clock speed, and it also has the Adreno 506 GPU unit for the enhanced gaming performance and better graphics quality. The 4GB RAM can run any games or apps you wish for and perform the multitasking seamlessly. The 64GB internal storage can be expandable with the additional memory card. Unlike other smartphones, Mi Note 4X has not the dual rear camera, but the 13 megapixels perform great. The 5 megapixels of the front camera also does a decent job. The 4100 mAh of the massive battery can keep this device running for 36 hours on 4G network. Overall, the Mi Note 4X is great smartphone under $200 budget. It is not easy to be a standard in the product category. To start with, the product becomes the target of all marketing and new product launch attacks. All companies, either large ones like Samsung, Huawei, BBK, or smaller ones, with a good brand name like Meizu, Moto, Asus, Nokia, or a not so much known brand, like Oukitel, Doogie, etc., want a percentage of the market dominated by Redmi Note 4. And they do their best to succeed in that, offering great prices, software or hardware, some of them making almost no money at all for a product sale. Xiaomi has to defend by keeping the software as refreshed as possible and by creating a worthy replacement. A single issue in the replacement of a great headset can be disastrous, hurting the brand's fame and income. With this in mind, Xiaomi launched Redmi 5 Plus. There are rumors for a Redmi Note 5 with double cameras and Snapdragon 660, but until they become a solid product, 5 Plus is considered by most the 2018 Redmi Note model. This phone has 5.99-inch display. This phone has 3 and 4 GB version with 32 or 64 GB of storage. 12 megapixels rear camera and 5 megapixels front camera. Non-removable polymer 4000 mAh battery. There's no let-up in the smartphone market, and Honor has yet another new handset to tempt those looking for a stylish phone at an affordable price. Here we take a close look at the Honor 9 Lite in our full review. Honor's range can get a little confusing, especially when you include Huawei, the firm's parent company, devices into the mix. So the Honor 9 Lite sounds like a cut-down version of the excellent Honor 9, and while it is to some extent, it's also a sort of mini or light edition of the Honor View 10. However, the device is closest, almost identical in fact, to the Huawei P Smart, which has just launched on Vodafone. Honor's version, though, will be a great way of picking up the same phone on a contract-free basis. 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage is perfectly acceptable and enough for most people buying a phone in this range. And there's always the microSD card slot if you need to add more storage, up to 256 GB more. Apart from having a full view display, Honor is really selling the 9 Lite on the basis that it has no less than 4 cameras. You'll find a combination of 13 and 2 megapixels camera on the front and back. Each pair works together to provide what's commonly known as a portrait mode, where the 13 megapixel sensor captures the detail while the low-resolution sensor is there for depth effect. Although the rear cameras are the same, they feature HDR and phase detection autofocus. It's understandable there's nothing like wireless charging here and even no USB-C. There's a 3000 mAh battery, which is about average for a mid-range phone, but more than usual for the budget category. Some fast charging would be nice, but perhaps that's too much to ask at this price.